Girlfriend, are you stuck in the organic marketing game where you have come to the right place? If you've ever asked yourself, what are SEO principles? We're going to get to the bottom of that in today's video. We will see you on the other side. Hi there, my name is Ingafay, and I am an authenticity strategist. And in today's video, I am going to share with you the 3 SEO principles and exactly what they are and why you need to know exactly what they are. So first, we're going to talk about why it's so important to know who you're serving and the information that you have on your website. Secondly, we're going to discuss why it's so important to make sure that you monitor your site's health. And last but definitely not least, we're going to teach you how to build that like, know, and trust factor. Let's do this, shall we? All right, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Why is the content so important? Well, content is so important because it helps you filter the people that you want to come to your website and actually buy from you, more so than convince. So the way it works is when you first start out your SEO journey, you're going to find what are called keywords. And these keywords are typically what people are actually searching for on the internet. I'm not sure if you guys know that I help people with their leads as well as their sales process. So when it came to me creating my website or even some of my landing pages, I wanted to make sure that the viewer that I was looking for, which is a person that is really interested in authentic sales and lead generation. So I made sure that those keywords were in my landing page. I have created a LinkedIn webinar. And as a result of this LinkedIn webinar, when I wrote the title of the LinkedIn webinar or the title of the landing page for the LinkedIn webinar, I made sure that it had authentic sales and lead gen. In addition to that, in the actual description of the landing page for this LinkedIn webinar, I also made sure that it had authentic sales and lead generation. So that way, when somebody actually types in Google, authentic sales and lead generation, I would be one of those folks that they could possibly see. So that's why keywords are very important. And that's why you really want to make sure that you know exactly who you're targeting and what they would be looking for. So you can make sure that that information is actually in your title as well as your description. That will help Google find your information and then share it with that particular viewer. Now, I'm curious, have you started with your SEO? Are you just starting out? Let us know where you are in your SEO game. Is this something new or this is something that you're kind of filling out? So next, I wanted to talk to you about your site health. Now, this right here was an eye-opener for me. I use a tool called Semrush. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, but it's a great tool that allows you to really do a site audit and really determine if any of the links that you have on your site are bad links. Well, girl, I can tell you when I first did this, I was dazed, glazed, and amazed about how many links that were actually bad. Just totally bad links that didn't take my viewer anywhere. So it really allowed me to go back through and correct those errors on my website that I had made back in the day that I didn't even know that were available. So I would highly recommend that you do a site audit on a regular basis so you can determine your site health. You can determine if you have any backlinks. You can also determine if you have what's called redirects. This is something that Google doesn't like us to do. They want you to go directly to the site that you're supposed to go to. I'll give you an example. You are going to a site. I had a site, my homepage for my website, ingafay.com. Ingafay.com is routed to Ingafay /home because that's the only way that I can get it to go to my homepage. But that is a redirect. But that was not one that actually counted against me. I did have some other redirects that were like opt-in with 50 million numbers behind it because I had used the opt-in subdirectory so many times. And when I say subdirectory is just that information that's right behind the backslash of your website. So for example, ingafay.com /home is considered to be the subdirectory. But these are the kind of things that I found out after doing a site audit. And then it gives your site a grade. and it lets you know exactly what you need to do to improve your site grade. So if you check your site and you may have a grade of 81, it gives you a documentation of the errors that you may have. It may even tell you about the redirects and any other things. I think I also had something that I didn't have a unique title and description for a couple of pages. They had the same type of title and same type of description. So it told me that I needed to update that. So I was able to make those corrections that I didn't know anything about until I actually did the site audit. So before I move on to talk to you about how to build that like, know, and trust factor on Google, I want to remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are now uploading videos Monday through Friday for your viewing pleasure. So we don't want you to miss a beat. So be sure to subscribe. So now let's talk about building that like, know, and trust factor. Now, I'm sure you're noticing that I'm saying it a different way. Most of the time you hear people say know, like, and trust. But I really think when it comes down to when connecting people and really building that genuine relationship and connection, that they got to like you first. Then after they like you, they really will then want to get to know you and then trust you. So one of the things that you can do that really helps you with SEO and builds that like, know, and trust factor is what's called backlinks. And backlinks are just links that send people back to your site. So backlinks can be created in an email. So anytime you hyperlink some words and it sends them to your email and people actually click on it, that gives Google a verification that you are legit, that you are really doing what you are saying that you're doing, and that people are interested in the content that you create. You can also get backlinks as a result of being on online magazines or articles or blogs that are actually linked to your site. And there's a hyperlink that when people click on it, they go from that article to your site. So that's also credibility that Google says, oh, people are actually liking what Inga's talking about. She must really be legit. And then secondly, you can also get backlinks anytime that you're on a podcast or a video that sends people that has a hyperlink in the description and sends that person from that video or from that podcast directly to your link. You're also getting credit there. So you want to make sure that you can get as many backlinks as you possibly can, because this really helps the credibility of your site and lets Google know that people are interested in what you have to say and will help you move up in rank. Because the ultimate goal with SEO is to get you on the first page. More than likely, you really want to be on number 1 or number 2, so people can actually go to your site. And this is happening organically, where Google is going to highlight, oh, you want authentic leads and a sales process? Ingafay.com is where it's at, girl, because it knows that people are checking me out from different backlinks, from podcasts, from YouTube videos, from articles that I've written, from my LinkedIn newsletter. All of this stuff is really helping with my credibility. And the better my site health, the better the credibility and the content, the more Google is going to serve me up to people that want what I have. So I want you to make sure that you have these things in place. So I would highly recommend, if you have not invested in Semrush, that you do this. Semrush.com. I'm going to actually put my affiliate link down in the description so you can take advantage of this. But this tool is mighty. It's going to help you come up with those keywords to find your particular niche. It's actually going to tell you what keywords that you can use to rank for. So you can, when somebody types that in, that they can actually find you and do business with you if they want what you have. It's going to help you with your site health. That helps you get rid of any bad links that you may have and get you ready to go for that. And then last but definitely not least, it's going to show you who is ranked higher than you and find out what they're doing so you can kind of do it too. Maybe they're using some keywords that you haven't used before. Maybe they have some more backlinks that you can go to and actually find out about. And maybe you can write an article for that particular magazine and then be able to have a backlink coming back to your website. All of these things are going to help your ranking on the Google platform and really help you with your SEO. Actuality means search engine optimization. So do what you can based on what I said. These 3 key: content, credibility, as well as code. Get all 3 of these in check and you will see yourself getting higher up in rank on the Google search engine. Thanks for watching and bye for now.